Welcome to my YouTube channel. So what are we going to learn today? About advanced tricks of Power Query. Power Query is one of the most powerful tools Microsoft has made, which can be embedded in Microsoft Excel as well as Power BI. So we will learn some advanced techniques and tricks related to Power Query that can help us in our working, and I have taken some practical use cases that we work upon every day. So now, what are we waiting for? Let's go. Hello everyone, I welcome you all once again, and today we are going to learn some Power Query tricks and tips, and also I am going to show you use cases where we can use Power Query to simplify the things, to do it more accurately, and to save a lot of time. So we have this sample data. The link I will give in the description so that you can practice. And this data is very simple. We have some cities where the revenue and the quantity year wise are being shown, right? But it is really a clumsy data, because suppose I want to see what is revenue and then quantity, and I cannot just compare anything, and so this is not a meaningful data. But if we convert it into something like this, maybe Agra 2019 revenue, quantity, and similarly Delhi, and every city, if you get revenue and quantity, you can get a glimpse of the data. So how we can do this is very simple. Manually, if we go and change the data, it is going to take a lot of time, plus here the data is less. But what if you have a huge volume of data? So in that case, you can use Power Query very easily. So what we will do is simple. First, convert it into a table. Control T is the shortcut. My table has headers, okay, and then we'll go to data, and from table range to open the Power Query editor. Okay, so this will open up the Power Query editor. First of all, we don't need this column 2, 3, 4, 5 and all this, and we can convert the year into heading. So we will click here and use first row as headers. Okay, 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23. This will create a small problem for us, since 2019 and all everything is repeated. The second time the thing will come as _1. Not a big issue. Let's see. So what I am going to use is pivot and unpivot table. Okay, we right click here and unpivot other columns. So we can see 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23, again 19 _1, 2, 3. So _1, 2, 3, we know that this is the quantity, and normal 2019, 20 are the revenue. Okay, so what we can do again is simply add a conditional column. Okay, so we will convert that into revenue and quantity. So column name is attribute, and if it contains an underscore, we just have to write it as quantity, otherwise we can write it as revenue. Okay, so we get it that this is the revenue and this is the quantity. Now from here we can reduce the extra underscore thing. Very simple. Again, transform and extract. First characters we know 2019, 20, 21, all these are 4 digits. Okay, so 4. Okay, the last thing is very simple. Now we want the value to be bifurcated on the basis of revenue and quantity. So what we do is custom, we select this, and now we pivot the columns on the basis of value. Very simple. And you can see in 3 to 4 steps we have achieved what we wanted. Agra is now 2019, revenue 494 and quantity like this, and for every city every year this has become very easy. So before going back to Excel, I want to show you one simple trick. Normally if we want to open Excel file along with editor, it does not allows us. Excel can't do this because the dialog box is open. Okay, so I will show you a trick where in case of emergency you want to open another Excel file. Okay, the trick is very simple. We press the Windows button and then we try to open Excel, but we do not press it. Simply open it and then press the Alt key on the keyboard. After that we press the Excel, and you can see that when I am doing this, it asks me, do you want to start a new instance of Excel? Yes. And you can see this trick is really very handy if you have to open a Power Query editor and suppose you want open Excel at the same time. Okay, so we can open any other file. Okay, open, and maybe I will show you. So we see that we can open any other file, not an issue. We will close this. Trick number 2 is also very special. You do not know Power Query, right? There are so many formulas. What if I give you a dictionary inside Power Query for all the formulas? Very simple. Like the formulas in Excel, there is also an FX tab for formulas in Power Query. So we simply press the FX button. Okay, and now what we have to do is simply remove this and type shared. Okay, and once you press enter, you will see that whatever formulas are there in Power Query, all of that will come up with their documentation. Okay, you suppose we open any formula, okay, maybe table formula or resource access. Okay, all these formulas are too complex for me also, so let's find something easy. Maybe list is empty or list distinct. We click here and you can see all the documentation very easy, right? So for any formula you want to learn, this documentation can help you a lot. Text from, text length, and all these are really very easy, and you can just get all this. Okay, so we cancel out this. This is really amazing. Okay, so coming back to the trick here, we have almost achieved it, and now we simply close and load, and you will see this table that we wanted to achieve will be here. So we have the list. So I hope this will help you a lot of time when you have to pivot and unpivot data, and with little bit of practice you can understand that it is really very easy, fast and accurate. Okay, coming to the second trick. The second trick is also very amazing, the automation feature of Power Query. Okay, so I have already showed you with GST returns in the previous video where we can do the automation. Today I am going to show you with another thing. Suppose we are doing a lot of KYC for our clients where we have DIN number and everything. Okay, suppose these are the various DIN numbers and I have 119 and few challans I have downloaded, but they are only 35. Okay, and I have 119. So now I have to see which challan I have downloaded and which I have not downloaded, right? So one more trick, extra trick I can tell you. All this I do not need, and simply when you want to rename the file serially, what you can do is select all, F2, challan, and you can see that you can rename them in 1 second. Okay, suppose these are the 35 challans I have, and here are 119. You can see 119. So I have to search which challan I have downloaded and which I have not downloaded. Normally if I open every challan and find here, it is going to take a lot of time, right? So we will do this with the help of Power Query. Okay, so I will open fresh Excel and I will show you how simple. We go to data, we go to get data, and from folder, this time we will choose the entire folder so that we can track each and every file. Okay, so here we have chosen the from folder and open. So this will open up the folder, and no matter how many files are there, we can do it in one go. So what I'll do is combine and transform data. So it will combine all the files for me, and you will see that within 1 second I'm getting all the DIN numbers. Okay, for once I will show you what is the structure of a KYC challan. So you can see this is a normal KYC challan. So what we can do is extract the DIN number so that we can know which we have downloaded and which we have not downloaded. Okay, so here it is, table, there is single table. Okay, the entire thing is there, and you can see that how the structure is there. In column there are many things. In column 2 we have this thing where we have the DIN number. Okay, so we want simple filtration on the basis of DIN. So we'll just open it and let it open. It will take a little bit of time because there are too many files. As soon as it opens, you just have to do 2 simple steps and every single DIN will be there. Okay, so we have already seen the structure. Source name is not important, column name. From column 2 we just have to filter out din. That's it. And okay. You see you got everything, but this is mixed, not an issue. What we do is add one column from example from selection. Okay, so what we will do is extract the din number 10056041, and you can see every other din because it has taken my example what to extract. Okay, and we will simply click on OK, and we will let it stay as text because some din number may contain 0, and you will see our work is done. Simply close and load. So within a fraction of the second, no matter it is 35 files or 350 files, you have the din number of the challan ready. You can see it is 35 files and all of them is ready. And okay, so now what we will do is just add a text here so that we have something to look upon. Okay, challan. And now comparing them is not at all difficult. You can simply type VLOOKUP and you can just choose this to press 2 comma 0 because we will choose the second value, and here it is. So you can see that we will drag it to the down, and there are a lot of not available, so not an issue. First we will paste the values and then we will remove the not available ones. Control C. We will do one thing from here, Control H. I will paste this and replace it with null. So replace all, and you can see that we have the challans downloaded and ready for all the din numbers that we have. So this can be really handy trick for all the files that are fixed in nature. PDF challans are fixed in nature, so for that you can use Power Query. It was a little complicated for first time users, so I have already made 2 to 3 videos on Power Query which you can learn slow by slow. With little bit of practice it will come. So that's all for today. In the upcoming videos of the Power Query series, I am going to show you some more tricks and more practical use cases, especially between merging files, and we will also use Power Query instead of VLOOKUP. Okay, so that's all for today. See you in the next video.